Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. Today we're going to do a look at disassembling the Wingsung 3008. To me, the best buy on eBay from Japan for a piston fill fountain pen. These are incredibly inexpensive, and from my experiences, and I've had over 10 of these, given away a lot of them, consistently well made, write well. You know, don't need a lot of attention, but this one did. So this pen went from China to America and then back to China. Frank took it to show off the nib, which was ground as a cursive italic. And ink had gotten up in here in the cap. It was a very dark, aggressive ink. And part of the thing that I've done is collected a number of tools, and I had to use, this is the first time I found these to be very useful. They have the nice little coated end on the end. So this allowed me to soak this cap in both ammonia solutions, soap solutions, and these bristles were able to get in there and clean out the ink. So that worked out well, and it took a couple hours of effort. The one thing that I've not been able to restore is the screw, which is inside the cap. It's exposed to ink, and that ink, as you can see, has attacked the plating on the screw and corroded it. I'm going to give it a coat of wax when I assemble this. You know, this is the finial that sits on top of the cap and, you know, holds everything together when the screw is in there through the top of the cap. You know, the piston assembly unscrews. This metal ring here is screwed into the top of the barrel. So that unscrews, this all comes apart. You know, this is a painted plastic piece that replicates that color. And some of them have caps that are that same color. And the other thing was there was ink residue inside this section, which is visible because of the transparency. And that's where I found this bulb to come in handy. So it fits inside of the barrel. And I was able to do more aggressive flushing with this barrel than I could by just using the piston, and I was able to get all that ink out. So when I assemble this, you know, the piston will be silicone grease, the threads will be silicone grease, and everything that screws together, I'm going to put a little silicone grease on, and we'll put some wax on that screw, which I don't think is going to stop it. It just may slow it down a little bit. So that's how the pen comes apart, and as you can see, it can be easily cleaned and restored to mint condition. So that's it for this quick view of working on a pen that hopefully many of you have experienced, and a lot of you, I know from your comments, have enjoyed writing with. So keep writing, keep enjoying, and don't be afraid to correct some things if you don't like them in a pen. These are pretty easy to work on. Let's take a look at the pen, fully cleaned and fully assembled. As you can see, there's no ink left in the cap. You can see that screw a little bit dark there, but unless you knew any difference, you wouldn't notice that. The section and feet are also now all totally clean. 3008. You know, the piston's been silicone greased. And it has that fine nib on it, which has been ground to a cursive italic by Mike. So this is a pen that I think is the best buy and the best deal on eBay, is the 3008. And the fact that you can replace that nib with a Lamy nib if you want, or there's a lot of kind of generic Chinese nibs now that could work on this pen. I wasn't going to do a writing sample, but then I inked the pen up with great ink and put nib to paper, and I said, wow. So I had to share it, and here it is. So this nib was ground by Mike. I'll give you his email contact information. I mean, it's just great because now this pen has a decent character to it, and this teal ink looks great. So, you know, I like nibs that can do a little bit more than just lay down a same line, even though at times when I'm traveling or need to take good notes or need a good reliable pen that I don't need to worry about, or I'm writing in low light conditions, then a nib that is more forgiving and a nib that you can use at many angles would work fine. I mean, this nib actually works pretty good. As you can see, it has a little bit of a sweet spot, but you know, that difference between the horizontal and vertical is very nice. And it is actually a little soft too. So all in all, I'm very happy with this nib. I mean, I have tons of these nibs that are not ground, and I've actually sent more to Mike to grind. So we may just do a video on just what he's done with the nibs that I sent him. I sent him a few. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this enjoyable, useful, entertaining, educational. So this is the end for now. May you have many phenomenal, excellent writing experiences. Enjoy the wonderful world of pens, nibs, inks, and paper. Until next time, bye. Have a great day.